Let there be light. Wow, that looks awesome. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What are we feeling? My mother-in-law bought me this new tripod with a ring light on it. It looks so good. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. So today is really a fun day. I am going back to some videos that I made when I was in Nashville that I haven't shared with anyone. And they're all about what I think this experience in Hawaii is going to be like. And I'm gonna go back now that I've been here a couple months and answer myself. So it'll be really fun. I'm gonna start by cutting in some of my old videos. You're gonna see me in my old house right before I moved. There's a bunch of boxes and trash everywhere. Take a look at Old Shelby. This was in September. So, a couple questions. First, what are you most excited for? I am most excited for the person I'm gonna become. I wanted to be a reporter slash anchor slash just, TV person since I was in the 5th grade. So not being one is going to be, God, trying not to cry. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna feel a little bit like a lost dream, but it's mostly going to feel like a new one for the first time since I was like 10. So I'm really excited to figure out who a person who's not on deadlines and who's not seeing traumatic events and who's not always scared that she doesn't have a story the next day. I'm excited to see who that person is. I genuinely love looking back on that video and seeing how excited I was to learn more about who I am as a person because it's been so exciting to me. I want to go back and tell that girl, you are experiencing a lot, right? You are dealing with migraines, you're dealing with panic attacks, you've been in change for over a year as you've dealt with so many transitions, and finally you have an option to chill out, be married, enjoy the warmth, the warm breeze, and you are loving life, not being who you are in Nashville, and you're gonna take what you've learned and you're gonna use it for the rest of your life. Like, I am forever changed because of this place. I always joke with Zach, he has a bunch of Hawaiian shirts. That's what they wear to work, Hawaiian shirts instead of like button-ups and stuff like that. And I'm always telling him, like, we're gonna be those weird people if we move back to the mainland who have all this Hawaiian stuff, like wear flip-flops all the time, don't dress up for anything, just the complete opposite of who we used to be because of Maui. You know, in the South, there are a lot of expectations when it comes to manners, and nobody tells you about them. You kind of have to deal with it on your own, and they're gonna talk behind your back instead of to your face. Like, that's not really happening here. Everybody's just living aloha, and I'm gonna have that for the rest of my life. I had some panic attacks, I had some migraines. I had those my first month being here because it was a transition, but now I don't know if it's that I'm living in stability for the first time in a very long time, or if it's Hawaii, I mean, not working in news, but I have not had a panic attack since that first month. I have not had a single migraine since that first month. I am taking care of myself and really just embracing not feeling all of those nerves. You know, I've dealt with anxiety probably my whole life, but definitely started having panic attacks right before I graduated college. So during intense transitions, that's when I get all of these symptoms. I also had a lot of that panic attacks, migraines because of the stress and I don't want to call it PTSD, but I guess it really is, the trauma of news. I was dealing with a lot of death and traumatic events. You know, I was in the worst day of somebody's life almost every day of my life for a lot of my news career, and it really got to me. I learned that that is not my personality. Nashville was a little bit of a breath of fresh air because there were a lot more opportunities to do other type of stories. Honestly though, because I'm not in it, my life, my happiness has gotten a lot better. I don't know if that is something that I am going to get a grip on and then move back into news later on down the road in my life, or if, I may not do it ever anymore. I don't really know,
but I'm just loving the opportunity to figure out who I am without news. It is a little bit of an identity crisis though. I'm gonna do a video on my testimony and all that stuff, but I had a lot of identity, a lot of my identity was wrapped in news and being a journalist. I had been, you know, working so hard, probably too hard, in high school and college to become, you know, the best reporter I could be. I was a journalist first. I was a reporter first. When I became a Christian, I thought I left a lot of that behind, but it turns out I still had a lot of my identity wrapped in that job. And so it's been a little weird trying to get out of it, but it's been mostly positive because I'm learning a lot about myself and who I am to God. Yeah, I think I said enough. Sorry, it's a lot.
Thing I am least excited for. I am least excited for centipedes and roaches. I've done a lot of research on Hawaii, obviously, never been there. I've heard that instead of snakes, they have centipedes and they bite and they hurt and I think they're poisonous. Sharks obviously are a thing. If I come across a bear when I'm hiking, I know what to do. If I come across a copperhead, I know what to do. I do not know how to deal with predators and animals on an island, so that's what I'm least excited for.
I remember the panic I had about centipedes. They look so big, and they probably are in other places on the island or on other islands, but they look so scary to me. I have seen one. We live in like a desert area of the island, thankfully, and it was like that big, and I stepped on it and it died, and I was like, oh, first centipede. I'm guessing there's gonna be a lot more, but I personally, I guess I'm not that observant. I haven't seen a lot of them. Okay, so I did a lot of research about all this stuff beforehand, and that's what a lot of people were saying. Like, the roaches are huge, the centipedes are huge. I don't think they lived in the like delta area of the South, because there are huge bugs there too. So I haven't really seen a change. They've been different bugs, but they've been about the same size as the bugs I'm used to. Really not something I should have worried about. All right, now, last one, favorite leisure activity, go.
I think surfing is gonna be my favorite thing. I have done it only once. I took one of those tourism lessons in Cabo when I was in college, and I absolutely adored it. I also think I'm gonna love just lounging at the beach and doing yoga on the beach.
So I was a little ambitious. I thought I'd be surfing all the time. I haven't surfed yet. I have a lot of friends who say you need to go with a group and learn first from people, and I just haven't been able to yet. We haven't been able to get our schedules together, so hopefully I'll be doing that soon. Zach did it last week for the first time, and he liked it, but it was really hard. Obviously, I don't know why I thought I would be fit enough to just go out and start surfing. It's gonna be difficult, but I'm excited to try it. My favorite leisure activity though, guys, is snorkeling. We have loved going out and snorkeling. I was always a little scared about being in the ocean with other things, and now that I've been under and gotten through it the first time, it's been absolutely wonderful, beautiful. Swimming with the turtles is so neat. And yeah, we just keep on finding new spots to snorkel and then going back to our favorite places, and it's been a blast, and it's free, fun. And yes, leisure on the beach is a fan favorite of mine on a Saturday after I've, you know, worked at Target and worked out. I just want to sit on the beach, have a Truly, and chill out. It's been pretty nice. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I love this light now. I mean, goodness, this is so cool. Thank you to Jenny for getting me this awesome light. Best mother-in-law ever. That is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you like this. Now I'm starting to do this on Wednesdays instead of Fridays, just so more people can see it before the weekend, and it just helps me with my schedule a little bit too. Love you guys. I'll see you next week.